Have you ever had that nagging feeling in the back of your mind? That little voice that asks, what if? What if the cash in your wallet suddenly became worthless? What if your bank account, the one you rely on for everything, was suddenly frozen? It sounds like the plot of a Hollywood thriller, but whispers about a cashless society and the end of physical money are getting louder. And let's be honest, the official stories we're being told feel a bit off. They tell us it's all about convenience. Just tap and go, they say. It's safer, it's cleaner, it's the future. And yes, digital payments are incredibly convenient. I use them myself. But is that the whole story? Are we trading our freedom for convenience without even realizing it? Today we're going to cut through the noise. We're not talking about wild conspiracy theories. We're talking about real trends, real data, and the real reasons why you should be paying very close attention. Because the truth about what is happening with our money is far more complex than they want you to believe. And the real date your financial freedom could be at risk isn't some far-off prediction. The clock is already ticking. Let's start with the big lie, that this is all a natural, organic shift. Look around. We're being pushed, not gently nudged, towards a digital-only world. Think about it. How many small businesses have you seen lately that are card-only? How many parking meters or vending machines no longer accept coins? These aren't just isolated incidents. This is a coordinated effort, often framed as progress or hygiene. But every time a business refuses cash, another piece of our financial privacy and autonomy disappears. Cash is anonymous. When you buy a coffee with a $5 bill, it's a private transaction between you and the coffee shop. No one else needs to know. No corporation is tracking your caffeine habit. No algorithm is analyzing your purchase to sell you more stuff, and no government agency is logging your location. But when you tap your card or your phone, you create a digital breadcrumb, a permanent record of where you were, when you were there, and what you bought. In a fully digital system, every single transaction you make is tracked, logged, and analyzed. Every single one. That's an unprecedented amount of data and control in the hands of a very few. So, why are they so eager to get rid of cash? The official reasons are fighting crime and tax evasion. And sure, those are real issues. But is eradicating financial privacy for billions of people the right way to solve them? It feels like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. The real reasons might be a little less noble. Think about control. In a cashless society, central banks could implement something called negative interest rates directly on your savings. Imagine this. Instead of earning interest, your bank starts charging you money just to hold your funds. In the current system, you could just withdraw your cash to avoid this. But if there's no cash to withdraw, you're trapped. You have no choice but to watch your savings shrink. This isn't science fiction. The Bank of England, the European Central Bank, they've all published papers discussing this exact scenario. It's a tool they want in their toolbox to stimulate the economy. Stimulate it for whom exactly? It gives them total control over your spending habits. They could literally force you to spend your money or lose it. And it gets even more personal. Consider the idea of social credit scores. We see this unfolding in other parts of the world, where your behavior can impact your ability to travel or get a loan. Now, imagine linking that directly to your digital-only bank account. Say something unpopular online. Maybe your account gets temporarily suspended. Participate in a protest the government doesn't like. Perhaps your funds are frozen indefinitely. This isn't about some far-off dystopian future. We saw a preview of this in Canada during the trucker protests, where bank accounts of peaceful protesters, and even people who donated to them, were frozen without due process. This is the power that a central bank digital currency, or a fully cashless system, hands to a central authority. It's a switch they can flip on or off at will. So, what is the real date? It's not a single day on the calendar where cash is suddenly banned. That would cause riots. It's a slow, deliberate process. A death by 1,000 cuts. The date is a moving target, and it's different for everyone. The real date your account gets frozen is the day you can no longer use your money in the way you choose, without being monitored or controlled. For some, that day has already come. For others, it's the day their local shop stops taking cash. It's the day the bank phases out physical branches in your town. It's the day they announce a pilot program for a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, in your country. And these programs are already happening. Countries around the globe, including major economies, are actively developing and testing CBDCs. They call them FedCoin, or a digital dollar. They'll sell it to you as being more efficient and secure. But what it really represents is the final nail in the coffin of financial privacy. It's a direct line from the central bank to your digital wallet, bypassing the commercial banking system. This gives them the power to program your money. They could literally create money that expires if you don't spend it, or money that can only be spent on certain approved items. Want to buy a steak? Sorry, your carbon allowance for the month is used up. Want to buy a book they don't like? Transaction denied. This is the ultimate form of control, and the scary part is how easily we could walk into it, trading our freedom for a slightly more convenient way to buy groceries. So what can we do? Does this mean we should all run to the bank, pull out all our money and bury it in the backyard? No, of course not. We live in a modern world. But we need to be smart and we need to be prepared. The first step is awareness. Understand what's at stake. Talk to your friends and family about this. Many people have no idea this is even happening. The second and most powerful thing you can do is to consciously use cash. Make it a point to pay with cash whenever you can, especially at small local businesses. When you use cash, you are casting a vote. You are sending a clear message to businesses and to the financial system that cash is still valued. That there is demand for it. If we all stop using cash, we're just speeding up its demise. Think of it as a small daily act of rebellion for financial freedom. Third, diversify. This is not financial advice, but it's common sense. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Explore different ways to hold value. For centuries, people have used physical assets like gold and silver as a store of value, precisely because they exist outside of the digital banking system and can be devalued by a keyboard stroke. There are also decentralized digital currencies that operate outside of government control. Do your own research, understand the risks, but don't ignore these alternatives. The goal is to have options, to have a plan B, because when the system becomes more restrictive, those with options will be the ones who maintain their freedom. The date your bank account gets frozen isn't a T in 2030 or 2040. The freeze is happening now, slowly, in increments. It's the creeping restrictions, the growing surveillance, the push towards a system where your financial life is an open book for corporations and governments to read and to control. But we are not powerless. By staying informed, by using cash, and by building personal financial resilience, we can push back. We can protect our right to privacy and our freedom to choose. The future of money is being written right now. We have a choice. We can be passive spectators and accept the future they have planned for us, or we can be active participants and demand a future that respects our liberty. The choice is yours. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to think about these critical issues. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content that challenges the official narrative. Click that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay free.